Hello, my name is Brett Womack, and this is my Module 10 Interactive Assignments Reflection. So the first question, what experience have you had with interactive technologies as a student or a teacher? I haven't had very many experiences with these at all. When I was a student, even high school, middle school, we didn't have these interactive technologies that they do now. We had projectors where you sat in the middle of the room, turn the light on, and you had the fan blowing, and it would just project on a screen that you pulled down from the ceiling. There was no interactive usage with that as well. With what I do in the school system right now, I don't have access to interactive technologies because of the job that I do. When I was at my kid's school the other day, I was in a classroom, and each classroom teacher had a interactive whiteboard, and I was really engaged and wanted to watch and learn how the teachers use that technology. And so they would be able to touch the board like if they were using the mouse on their laptop and go from one thing to the next, and just by standing in the front of the classroom presenting all of this, and the students can come up as well and move things around. And so the experiences that I've had personally are 0 to none. I would love to learn these things and get these things in the classroom when I become a teacher so I can enhance the learning for the students that I have. Which rendition of the interactive whiteboard and remote would I choose, and why? Well, I would choose the interactive whiteboard. Just being able to see that officially in class and how it works. I think the students love it, and I think the teachers can do more in front of the room while using the computer that's up on the board and not actually sitting behind their computer, whether they're switching slides or moving from one thing to the next. They can always be up in front, and using these interactive whiteboards is really engaging, and the students can get up and do the same thing the teacher is doing. Which interactive app did I like the most? After looking at all of them, I thought Kahoot was really cool. Their interactive games and trivia things that you can do with your classrooms and with the subject that I want to teach. It would be really good for my students to be very interactive and engaged in this. After watching the video for Kahoot, the teachers really liked how you can go back and share different ideas with other teachers and say, hey, how did you teach this, and what kind of feedback did you get from this subject, compared to just doing your own thing and not being able to compare it with other teachers. Having the folders inside of Kahoot that you can organize, have all of your one subject in one folder, have another subject in another folder, and you don't have to just continually save them as a favorite on your regular computer. So researching Kahoot, I thought, would be more beneficial for what I'm going to teach or hope to teach in the future. If I could choose just one for our future classroom, which would you choose? Like I said, the interactive whiteboard and the app Kahoot. What were my thoughts, and what did I learn after reading the article? Do you think you would have similar results if you utilized clickers in your future classroom? After reading the article, especially the results that they got back from the clickers, it looked like even though those students who used the clickers made more of a progress, it looked like they were scoring lower on the pre-test and then obviously scoring higher on the post-test. Those students who were not using the clickers were scoring higher on the pre-test and then scoring even higher when they got the clickers. So yeah, they didn't make that big of a jump, and that's what I think they were trying to illustrate by using the clickers. You might start lower and then make that huge jump. While starting without the clickers, you didn't make a huge jump, but your pre-test and your post-test scores were both higher. So I thought that was really interesting. They were trying to portray, these clickers in the classroom can make a huge difference, but when all essence, I think for some students it makes a huge deal when you can put something in their hand and students might focus a little bit better compared to those students who don't need the clicker to be able to focus in the classroom. And so I think it has its pros and cons with clickers. I don't know how much I would utilize a clicker when teaching physical education, or even when I do special education. I think utilizing the clickers in a unique way would be something I could do, but I don't feel like it's a huge difference maker as in improving students' test scores or ability to learn in the classroom. I think it all comes down to the teacher and how they present things, and that way you can get the students to really engage. So this is my Module 10 reflection over interactive technologies. Thank you.